have decided that I am single, celibate, and no longer willing to date anyone. However, if you insist on taking me on a date, there will be a $500 fee. Due to the fact that men make my ass itch, I have decided that I am single, celibate, and no longer willing to date anyone. However, if you insist on taking me on a date, there will be a $500 fee. Due to the fact that men make my ass itch, I have decided that I am single, celibate, and no longer willing to date anyone. However, if you insist on taking me on a date, there will be a $500 fee. Due to the fact that men make my ass itch, I have decided that I am single, celibate, and no longer willing to date anyone. However, if you insist on taking me on a date, there will be a $500 fee. Due to the fact that men make my ass itch, I have decided that I am single.
Y'all heard her. We got another one. So now, according to this woman, you have to pay a $500 fee if you want to take her out. Sounds like a retainer. You know who else has retainers? Women of the night, escorts. I just don't understand why some of these women don't just come right out and say it. You are a skeet-stitute. You done probably had all kinds of Pookies and Ray Rays skeeting all up in you. You didn't charge them nothing. And now that you ran through, you want to try to preserve whatever dignity you have left. That shit went out the window a long time ago. Sorry to tell you, but somebody need to. You are what I refer to as a skeet-stitute. A skeet-a-toot. And what gets me, it be these women that look like this. Now, I'm not going to go all the way in on her. I could. I might. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Which way the flow of the video go. And it's always these bras with the scribbled on baby hair on the top of their head, wearing a hair hat, as Tommy will call it. Shout out to Tommy. Wearing a hair hat, scribbled on baby hair on their forehead, wearing the snuffy lashes, looking like what I refer to them as a snuffy turd. Just picture Snuffleupagus on Sesame Street taking a shit. Then what that pile of shit will look like with the long eyelashes on. That's what a lot of these bras look like, especially the modern day B-dub. The one who's strong and independent, the one who know everything, the one who's allergic to accountability for anything they've ever said or done wrong. And now you have Exhibit A on your screen. And she's talking about how men make her ass itch. Nah, girl. That's called a STD. That's what happens when you've been ran through as much as you probably have. A skeeter toot. I mean, just look at her. Listen to how she talk, how she come off, how she carry herself. She done probably had dozens of abortions, or should I say child deletions. She probably takes out children on an annual basis. But it's always the man's fault because, as she puts it, men make her ass itch. Might be a yeast infection. We don't know. So keep making your outlandish demands, lady. You one of those that have to learn the hard way. You entitled to what you feel you deserve and all this and that. But I'm just telling you like this. You coming off like a working girl, a lady of the night. While wearing cumbrellas on your eyelids. Yeah, that's right. Return of the Blizzard. And it stay red over here. But what do I know? I'm just a guy with a mic. I mean, you can't say nothing to these bras because you got so many of these simps running around. Like that nigga that played quarterback for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts. The quotes he recently made. Sucking up to the B-dub. Knowing goddamn well the B-dub, the so-called backbone of the community. Well, if that's the backbone, then it's made of jelly. Because look at the community now. And don't think we don't know what you're doing, Jalen. Capping for box. Capping for taco. Capping for corned beef. Capping for sardine snacks. And she's probably putting this gaslighting mist in the air because she knows she can probably infect some of you simps who got cactuses growing in your mouth. You're so thirsty. You got tumbleweeds tickling your tonsils. Welcome to the Blizzard Badlands. And it's a lot of these chicks coming out of the woodworks now. It didn't start with the cheesecake chick. No. It's just one after the other, one after the other. It's just like when a rich dude, especially like a professional athlete or an entertainer that's well known to be a multi-millionaire 20, 30 times over, 100 times over, one little accusation against that man, all of a sudden you have a heap of women coming out of the woodworks. Oh yeah, he did it to me too. Oh yeah, he did it to me too. He did it to me too. Oh my God, he did it to me too. So they coming out for the money. So now these bras doing the same thing. You get the cheesecake chick went viral. Now this bra come out and say some stupid shit, and she probably gonna get a lot of attention for it because it's dumb as hell. And don't think for a second men as a whole don't measure what's coming out of your mouth versus how you really look, as opposed to the funny mirrors you must have at your house. Those circus mirrors that don't really depict the actual image staring at them. But this lady coming out of the woodworks because she trying to go viral too, probably. And it's not gonna work out for you. Ain't nobody gonna interview you, hun. Sorry. Cause we not dating no more anyway. So your $500 demand, your $500 fee, not gonna happen. You might as well go to Vegas, sign up in a bunny ranch. Since you're charging a fee, a retainer, you might as well work at the bunny ranch. Or walk up and down Tropicana with the rest of the skeezers, Tropicana Boulevard. And I seen another pic of her. See, this video right here is just a little snippet from, it's just a headshot from like her neck up, basically. I seen another pic of her wearing a bonnet, standing in the bathroom, talking the same sassy shit. But you get a glimpse of more of how she's built. Which begs the question even further. Do you not have realistic mirrors in your house? Or you just out here talking just to be talking? I think you just out here talking just to be talking. Because ain't no way in hell you actually looking at how you look in a mirror and then you going to come out here with these demands, these outlandish demands. This is why a lot of y'all be single as fuck for as long as y'all be single as fuck. But of course, right? It's never your fault. No, oh no, no. So because the Pookies and the Ray Rays got the skeet up in you for free, now you feeling some kind of way because you was probably in love with one of them or some of them or all of them for all we know. Now you feeling some kind of way. So now you want to get some get back. I know what I'm going to do. I'm in words only because you done already been ran through. You can't roll back the hands of time and restore your hymen back to its original state. That is not realistic, my dear. Real life don't work like that. Not at all. So now you want to be like, you know what? I'm going to start charging these niggas for my time. You got to pay me $500 up front, and then maybe I'll respond to your text. What? Let me guess. You approved that food list on the first date too, huh? We can't do none of this, but you got to pay me $500 up front. That's because you are a modern day prostitute. We're going to do the Aladdin dance on you. While we slide out the door. Because men all over the planet, we ain't taking this bullshit no more. We only going to deal with the women that's going to be down with our program. I'm up in here doing the Aladdin on you. Something you can't miss this season. We go on Cancel Christmas. It's not sticking because you, my dear, are the inherent problem. The way you think and conduct yourself. But let me guess, I'm the problem. I'm the one spreading hate. They want to claim that I hate women. I hate black women. How can that be possible when there's obviously good black women out there? The problem is they're too quiet. I'm just calling out the BS as I see it. Instead of ignoring it like a lot of people do and pretending it's a normal way of life and the way things should be. This is why you go online, even when you're out and about in real life, moving through these streets. You see these heifers always engaging in debaucherous, promiscuous, cantankerous activities, quick to fight any and everybody. think they bad enough to fight a man till they put their hands on a wrong man. Then all of a sudden they the victim. Oh my goodness. I got hit. And we don't condone that, but generally speaking, this is the type of mentality they display. And then you have heifers like this coming out of the woodworks like, you got to pay me a $500 fee before you even have the opportunity. See, she not even saying, she basically saying you got to pay her before y'all even go out on a first date. That got to be paid up front. Now you tell me who when it comes to relations, who else conducts themselves like that? Like, pay me up front, and we'll see what happens. $500. I mean, tell the truth. And I know YouTube be going through these videos because they want to make sure everything is community friendly and all that. But even the people whose job that is, I'll ask you the same question. What woman usually has that tactic and that question, those demands, when they come out and just be like, pay me up front first. Give me a retainer and, let's see. Where does that usually start? Be honest. Because these women didn't just pop up overnight. They didn't just pop up overnight. They've been here a very long time. Man, come on here and you kind of reveal you kind of reveal yourselves. When she came on here, one of the first things she said was, men make her ass itch. Sound like dog whistle language to me. Why don't you tell the truth about why your ass is really itching? Because you let Dirty D Rodney get up in there. Now you got yeast falling out of yourself. But nobody wants to point these things out. They just allow these women to get online, bash men, demean men at every corner, say whatever they want to say, and men are not allowed to say anything. We're not allowed to respond. We're not allowed to defend ourselves. We're not allowed to set the record straight. We're not allowed to present facts. We're not allowed to present statistics to back up everything that we're saying. We're not allowed to point to reality, point to life. Stick your head out the window and take a look around. Travel around your neighborhood. Travel around your state. Travel around the country and see exactly what the men in these spaces be talking about, so it can be verified what we're saying, where we're coming from, why we think the way we think. No, that's always wrong when it's coming from a man's point of view, because we're deemed as toxic. We're deemed as a misogynist and all of these other buzzwords that have become very popular in the feminist lexicon over the last few years. And it's been festering for a long time now. And men are just sick of it. We tired of it. Period. I hope all you bras, all you average at best, RIP, shout out to Kevin Samuels, all you average at best broads coming out the woodworks, outlandish demands, these over your head demands that you don't even measure up to, but go ahead, chalk it off. Go ahead and chalk it off. Keep on making these demands. And you're going to learn the hard way. As the years run off the clock, as you tear off pages of your calendar, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, and you still sitting there with your house full of cats and your box of wine, wondering why you can't find a man willing to pay you a $500 retainer. Everything comes full circle in the end. And there's going to be women that's going to come to my channel. They're going to get triggered. They're going to be offended. Even though within the description, it clearly states that this channel is for men. This channel speaks for men. Women are welcome, but you have no dominion over here. You have no input over here. So if you come over to this channel knowing that, and you get offended and your feelings is hurt, that's because you fit the description of the type of women that I'm talking to, that I'm speaking about. At that point, it's not my fault. It's not my issue. It's your issue, because you enjoy mental pain and anguish. You made a choice to put yourself in this situation. So I'm just being the arbiter of your destruction. See, if you really listen to what I'm saying instead of hearing what I'm saying, what I say, inevitably, the side effect of what I'm saying will actually help you. But some of you, a lot of you, the vast majority of you, would rather listen to this hair hat wearing broad with the baby laces on her forehead, talking about giving me a $500 retainer before I can consider even talking to you. You would rather follow somebody like that. This woman on the screen is like the drunk piper that y'all following. And she's walking right over a cliff, playing her little flute, her little air, what they call that, what the Irishmen played, the little bagpipes. She's playing her bagpipes, walking down the street, and y'all following heifers like her. And she's walking straight towards a cliff, and y'all just giggling and sniggling, walking right up behind her. So who am I to stop y'all from walking over the cliff? Who is anybody in these spaces, in the black manosphere spaces, who is anybody to stand in the way? These are the leaders y'all have chosen. Y'all have chosen the stripper, thought, promiscuous culture. Y'all chose to worship it. So who are we to stop y'all from having what you asked for? I mean, if this is what you want, and it's looking like it, because y'all quick to say, you know what, I don't agree with that either. And like, I don't know what's wrong with these women thinking and acting like that. But y'all don't really say that to them when they in their bag saying all this dumb shit, like this woman with the hair hat on and the shoelace hair fronts, the shoelace waves on her forehead. You know, when she say stuff like this, y'all don't say nothing. Y'all lean back and y'all be quiet. Y'all be like, it ain't me. I'm not like that. Yeah, yes you are. That's why you been quiet. Because she's willing to say the quiet part out loud. A lot of y'all think it, but y'all scared to say it out loud. Y'all just do it behind the scenes when nobody's looking. Thinking don't nobody know. Yeah, we be knowing. Yeah, we know. That's why we talking to all y'all. Until you really differentiate yourself from the herd. And that would mean you get out and you publicly and in your private life promote marriage and family. And being submissive to your husband. If this YouTube shit was hip hop like back in the 90s, I would be considered underground. Where you get the raw, uncut, dope. Like that real fish scale shit. Shout out to Ghostface. This is where you would get it. The 90s Renaissance. And for those of y'all that did listen to Underground back in the 90s, as far as hip hop goes, y'all know the Underground has some bangers. And that's why I'm here, to provide y'all with another banger. Tell your homies, tell your friends, tell your relatives, there is no ends to the reach of Red Blizzard 357. The lady in front of you with the shoelaces on her forehead. She's the reason a lot of y'all that choose to follow her and the way that she thinks, she's going to lead y'all into a life of loneliness. I saw a snippet of a video the other day. This older black woman, she's about, she was at least 70. And she started breaking down in tears because she had, at that very moment it hit her, she came to the realization that she was going to die alone. And Kevin used to warn all y'all about that. And he wasn't being mean-spirited. He wasn't being mean-spirited when he said what he said. He was actually trying to warn y'all that y'all was going against y'all own self-interest. But y'all chose to demonize that man up until his last day. And he was actually trying to help y'all. I don't want to help y'all. Not because I'm being hateful or mean-spirited, but because I view y'all are full-grown adults. I'm not here to hold your hand, especially if you ain't my woman. Mentally, I'm not here to hold y'all hand until y'all decide to come to y'all senses. I'm going to hit you with the truth. I'm going to hit you with facts. We can jump into statistics anytime you want. But I'm not going to baby you. Y'all are grown. And y'all choosing to make bad decisions. To cut off your nose to spite your face. That's y'all choice. Men are not making y'all do that. Yo, it's Friday. vibe with a nigga. We vibing today and talking shit about this cane toad. Say no to cane toads. They will poison you physically and mentally, especially financially. Say no to cane toads. Some of them stank too. I just want to send a shout out to all my fellow Chicago Bears fans out there that's suffering just like me. Got coaches that can't coach worth shit. Being accused of some shady shit. We'll just leave it at that. Like, damn, you can't even be good at one thing. Like, if you're gonna be a POS, you should at least be able to coach. Y'all can't do either one. Yo, back to the shoelace fronts. And this bro got the nerve to be wearing a blonde wig. Like, I mean, at some point it was going to have to be pointed out. It was going to have to be pointed out sooner or later. Oh, your ass itch, huh? And that's the reason, huh? Put some cortisone on it.
However, if you insist on taking me on a date,
maybe you need to go to the ER and get some antibiotics.
due to the fact that men make my ass itch, I have decided that I am.
You know what? Get off my damn screen. See, this is the problem that's going on. She want to blame men for making her ass itch. You know what that means, sweetheart? At some point in time, your sardine box made a nigga's dick itch. And your trifling ass, you probably didn't say nothing to that man. And both of y'all knew y'all wasn't in a committed relationship. So what happened after that? He took his itchy dick and stuck it in another broad. because you was not honest with him that you had a itchy crotch. But you want to blame all men. It's always the man's fault. Even though he didn't force himself upon you. You could have easily told him, yo, if you ain't got no condom, you can't hit. At that point, it becomes a police matter, a legal matter. Because at that point, he can't force himself upon you. That's the end of that interaction right there, sexually. So I don't want to hear nothing about, well, he could have put a condom on. You could have made him put a condom on by saying he can't get none without one. Period. But nobody wants to hear that coming from a man. I was watching some highlights somewhere. I don't even like soccer, but the subject matter caught my attention. I guess it was a female referee. Supposedly, and I'm using air quotes, I don't know. I'm still saying supposedly. Supposedly, one of the players told her she should still be in the kitchen or something like that. He didn't curse or anything. He just said that. The woman gave him a red card. And I do know the red card is like a penalty. So this female referee gave him a penalty because he said something to her that wasn't sexual in nature, as far as like aggressively, like assault, anything like that. It was like a tongue-in-cheek. It was almost like a Family Guy joke. And she penalized him for it. You know why? Because she was in her feelings. Why was that? Because women are always in their feelings. That's how they make decisions, with their feelings. My first thought was, why is she allowed to be a referee if her feelings dictate what a penalty is? She should have been fired right then and there. But if I speak on that as a man, I am a misogynist. I hate women. I that. All these buzzwords and gaslighting tactics that no longer works, because any man or anybody in general with any semblance of common sense would know that's not the case. The same with referees in the NFL, the NBA. So you want to be part of men's spaces, right? Ladies, I'm talking to y'all. So if a man can cuss out a male referee and verbally undress him from head to toe, why can't he do that shit to you? You want to be treated equal, right? You think you have as much of a right to that position as a man, right? So if that's the case, then the same shit a man would talk to a man referee, he should be able to say the same shit to you. The reason why society try to fix us so we can't is so they can keep shitting on men. But little do they know, shout out to my old school crew from the 90s, my old school GQ crew. Shout out to my nigga Smooth, aka Leo. R.I.P. to Stan, aka Mustafa. Shout out to the homie Ice Tray, aka James. The new era is adorned on us. We ain't went nowhere. We are still here. one way or another, we will live forever. That being said, I'm about to fade out. Yo, support this fire ass content. Y'all like my content? Hit the like button over and over and over again. Share these videos to any and everybody you know. Tell them to hit the like button over and over and over again. Tell them to keep sharing these videos. Let the fire keep burning. Don't let these delusional heifers take over. Hit up the Cash App. $ Cobra Clutch 357. We ain't going nowhere. We are forever.